Catching up now, our first senior profile of the year with Angel Villanueva, the anchor on the offensive line, a starter now back this season. Angel, it's been quite the journey for you. We're going to get into it, but just in general, how excited are you to get this season going? A lot of buzz around this group.
I'm really excited. They always talk about it. All the seniors from previous years, they always talk about it's going to come before you know it. It's going to come before you know it. And my time is finally here, and I'm surrounded by a great group of young leaders and senior leaders as well. And I think it's awesome, and I'm excited to get out there and show the fans what we can do this year.
You have had quite the journey. You start your first 29 games here, and then run into a little bit of adversity last year, and kind of looked yourself in the mirror, and you changed it around. You've gotten into better shape, lost 30 or more pounds coming into this season and earning your starting spot back. Take us through kind of just the journey of the last couple of months and rededicating, or in a better word, of being able to be back on the field and starting.
Well, it's definitely a surreal moment. Like you said, I was brought up against some adversity, and I had a choice in that moment to either bend and break. And like I was telling you, I'm not one to break. I grew up in a household that was tough, and so because of that, I fought through the adversity. I climbed the mountain and decided to make some changes in my life. And it wasn't for the motivation of me trying to be the best. It was for the motivation of being there for these other guys and being there for the team. You know, I wanted to see it through the end. I didn't want that to be the end of my career and how it was kind of written out. So I decided to take that leap of faith and trust in myself and trust in my teammates, and they've been along for me for the ride, encouraging me since day one. They've never lost faith in me, and so because of that, I stand here because of them.
Back into the starting lineup, will make his 30th start this weekend at South Dakota. And Angel, just this group in general, the offensive line, you guys have been talked about a lot in the last calendar year. So how has it been within your locker room walls of just trying to get better as a group for this season?
I think overall we all embodied just the one concept of growth, and that's how we kind of took it day by day. We didn't think, okay, what's it gonna look like in a week? We took it, all right, well, we are here now. What can we do right now to put ourselves in the best position to be successful? So I think Coach Houck talked about it a lot, how we've had a great summer and a great spring, and you know what, I'm just excited for those guys to go out and really play and show where we're at.
It's certainly a question that's getting asked a lot, but for good reason. As you guys enter this year, what are the biggest differences that you feel within the locker room? Just maybe getting everyone on the same page or one thing or another. Biggest difference now as you guys enter year two under Coach Houck and this staff?
Like I said, it's just growth. It's just growth. We approach it every single day as such, and I've seen such tremendous leadership change in some of the young guys. Because as is no surprise, we were a young team last year. So just seeing how well the guys took the coaching, took the leadership, and tried their best to understand the position that they're in, and they really embodied it. And I'm really excited for just a lot of the guys to come out and get their first start and just kind of build off of last year.
You're the veteran, of course, of this group. You have great perspective of the younger guys coming up, and you were in that spot 3-4 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you tell maybe some freshmen now that are maybe waiting in the wings or grinding through these practices? What's maybe some piece of advice or something that you'd offer them as you guys grind through this day by day?
So the number one thing that I kind of remember when I came in as a freshman, just being on the leadership of the current seniors at that time, they just preached DOLA. They preach that mental toughness, what it is to be on the field, off the field, how you carry yourself, how you approach the game every single day. It's not just what you do out here in the practice field, but it's what you do in all facets of your everyday life. It's how you want to approach it. And so because of that, I try to lead by example the best I can, and I hope that the young guys see that, and hopefully they find it within themselves to say, okay, that's how I want to uphold myself. That's the type of, not even just player, but the type of man that I want to be. And so that's one thing that I not only preach, but I try to show by example.
Well, you certainly can see it with your mindset day in and day out, how you lead this group. Now, have you even thought about after football what's going to happen for Angel Villanueva once you graduate, get going with all of that? Or is it just let's focus on football until this final ride's over with?
You know what? I've sat myself down multiple times, but I always try to get away from those thoughts, because I think the most important thing is what's happening right now, and it's this weekend in South Dakota, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Well, Angel, we're really happy for you, your journey getting back here for your senior year. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate
All right, that's our first senior profile of the year. Catch more throughout the fall.